About the to-let advertisement. In this type of advertisement, as you already know, the owner of the property is looking for tenants for the same. So he or she states all the physical features and all the other secondary features of the property, and in the end, he or she mentions his or her contact details. So this advertisement, let us read the question first. You are the general manager, Coal India Limited, New Delhi, and write an advertisement to be published in a newspaper for suitable accommodation on rent to be used as a guest house for a company. Now, this Coal India Limited is basically renting a guest house, which is a suitable accommodation, which can be used as a guest house for any company. So this advertisement states all the physical features of the property. That is, it is in Sushant Low Council MIG flats. It has 2 floors, lobby, balcony, fully furnished, well ventilated. And a secondary feature is that it is at walking distance from the main market and taxi stand. And the rent expected out of the tenants is 5,000 rupees, which is fixed and not negotiable. And then the company is preferring company lease, and the suitable tenants, if anyone wants to rent this property, can contact the specific person, and this is his detail and phone number. All of the main features are given in this advertisement, which is precise and to the point. Now the next advertisement is type is for sale. So for in this advertisement, as I told you, there are 2 subtypes: when you want to sell your good or when you want to sell your property. So we'll be looking into the first type, that is when someone wants to sell their goods. So the question is, you have been transferred to another city, you want to sell certain household goods, draft a suitable advertisement to be inserted in a newspaper. Now this question is talking about a person who is transferring to another city. He or she doesn't want that specific good to be taken with him to that city. He wants to sell that, and he has to write an advertisement for the same. So let us read what he or she wants to sell. So for this, a box is drawn just like any other advertisement. A box is drawn, and on the top for sale is written, because obviously he's selling his good. And then we go on to the main content, that is for immediate sale, white LG washing machine, model PX7, purchased 2000, Onida CTV, 25 inches, 1999, sofa set for 7, oval shaped dining table with 8 chairs, all in excellent condition, owner transferred, price is negotiable, contact Mohan Mehra, phone this. So this person Mohan Mehra wants to sell a couple of things because he's transferring to another city. First of all, he's ready to sell his washing machine. He's ready to sell his TV, sofa set, oval shaped dining table with 8 chairs, and he's telling that all of these are in excellent condition. And just because the owner is transferred, so no one is there to take care of these goods, so he wants to sell these goods. Prices are negotiable. That is, the owner and the buyer can negotiate the prices. They can settle the prices between them, and the person, that is the owner, can be contacted on this specific phone number. So all in all the details are given, physical features are given, the price is given, the condition of the goods is given, all of this is given, and the contact details are also given. Now the next type is property. So the question is, you want to sell your flat in Ashok Vihar, write out an advertisement giving necessary details in about 50 words. So now no name is given. We do not have to write who is writing this advertisement, just that you are someone who is willing to sell your flat in Ashok Vihar. So this advertisement starts with, for sale, Ashok Vihar DDA flat, first floor, 2 bedrooms, drawing dining with full interiors, car parking available, north park facing, located near the main market, reasonable price, and contact ML Goyal, and then the phone number is given. This advertisement also, it talks about a flat that the owner ML Goyal is selling. It has 2 bedrooms, it's on the first floor, the drawing and the dining have full interiors, car parking is available, and he's also telling the prospective buyers that the flat is north or park facing, and it's located near the main market, and it also has a reasonable price. This tells us all the necessary details as a buyer. Now we will be moving on to the next type of classified advertisement, which is matrimonial. So in matrimonials, as I already told you, we put up the advertisements of prospective marriage candidates. If he or she is he's a male or if she is a female, and they're ready for marriage, their bio data and their specific details are put up in the form of a matrimonial ad. So the first one we are looking into is someone who's looking for a groom. That is obviously the bride side is writing this advertisement. The girl side is writing this advertisement. You're looking for a suitable match for your sister, right? Write the particulars of girls and ask the particulars of the prospective bridegroom. Your written account should be suitable for entry in the matrimonial columns of a newspaper. Now, yes, obviously, if you're looking for a groom, you are looking for a groom for your sister. That is what the question asks. So, obviously, you will write on the top groom wanted, and in the next line itself, you will be writing all the details of your sister. That is, you want an engineer or a doctor or an executive match for from a decent family for a beautiful, slim, charming and attractive featured girl belonging to Punjabi, Malik and valued family. She's 23 years of age and her height is 179 centimeter. She's working as a lecturer in Delhi University. She is working as a lecturer in Delhi University, drawing a salary of maybe, let's just say, 20k per month. Father is in government service, drawing salary in 5 figures, owns his own house in Kamla Nagar, early recent marriage. Please contact post box this. Okay. So now in the first line only, the girl side is has mentioned that they want either an engineer or a doctor or an executive match for the girl. That is, she is belonging to a Punjabi Malik family. She's 23 years of age. She is 197 centimeters of height. She is working as a lecturer in Delhi University. And what salary she is drawn, all of the details of the girl are given. And in the starting, only a single line is written for the groom, for the type of groom that the girl side want. This gives the prospective grooms an idea that if they should go into this proposal or not, because we are given such descriptive explanation of the girl's features. The next one is obviously the contrast, that is where the boy's side is looking for a girl, that is the groom side is looking for a bride. So the question is, write out a matrimonial column for publication in a newspaper for a suitable match for your son. So now this advertisement will start with bride wanted. Proposals are invited for a very charming, pleasing personality, Sikh boy, 165 centimeters, 25 years, MBA from Japan, son of a prosperous business family owning his own house in Mayur Vihar, from daughters of cultured business families. Kindly respond with full particulars to enable the parents to take an early decision. Send B/H/P to box number this. So now the groom side have written a descriptive bio data of the boy, that is, they are inviting proposal for a Sikh boy who has done an MBA from Japan and is from a prosperous family. He has his own house in Mayur Vihar, and they want the match from daughters of reputed, cultured and business families. So they have written their features also, and they have written their requirements also. So this is all the matrimonial ad requires. Now let's talk about the tips and tricks you need to keep in mind while writing an advertisement. The first and the most important one is that you need to be precise and informative. This is a very contradictory statement, but yes, that's true. You need to be precise, and on the same length, you should be informative. So The point of an advertisement is that whenever someone reads it, he or she gets an idea, and he or she doesn't lose his precious time reading the advertisement, because he or she is already in need of a service or of a property or an asset. He or she shouldn't lose his time. So that is why you should be precise and informative in the same content. This advertisement should begin with the heading in bold or uppercase letters. That's been discussed in all the examples that we have taken so far, and you do not have to use the same descriptive characters for every type of advertisement. For example, that is quite an obvious tip, because if you're talking about a toilet advertisement, and on one hand, let us take a matrimonial advertisement. So you cannot write a matrimonial advertisement and a toilet advertisement in the same manner. In the toilet advertisement, you have to stress more on the physical features of the property that is to be given on the rent, and on physical features as in the features of the asset or the property. And in this, you need to be focusing on the qualities and qualifications of the girl or the boy you are talking about. So this is the difference. You cannot be descriptive in the same way for every type of advertisement. And now the next tip is that you do not have to make full sentences. If you make full sentences, one, they will take up space, they will take up the word limit, and secondly, it will deduct your marks. So as you all know, the prescribed limit is 50 words. And in order to make your advertisement loaded with information, you must manage your words carefully. As we have looked into all of these examples, we know how to manage our word limit. Just focus on the main thing the question is asking. If the question is asking for renting an accommodation, you should write the physical features, you should write the contact details, you should write the person you should write the rent expected, and you should write, if you want, you can also add the secondary features of the accommodation. That not should exceed the word limit. Now, always add contact details in the end, either in the form of the contact number, email ID, or both. So, they are generally given in the question. If not, you can make them on your own. You can form these contact details on your own, but these are important to add, because an advertisement is of no use if it doesn't carry contact details. So, and remember, nowhere in the answer you are required to mention your own personal details. In any paper, whether it be your English core, whether it be your economics or any kind of paper, you are not to mention your own personal details. That is the rule of an examination. And it should always be in a box made with sharpened pencil. That is the first thing that you should do when you decide to attempt a question of advertisement or a question of notice, or an invitation. You should always make a box first and then start writing your content. You should make a box on a tentative length and breadth, and then go on with writing a content. Because if you write a content and then decide to make the box, there are good chances that you forget to give the box, and this carries marks. If you are not given the box, your marks are deducted. And it should be neat and clean with good presentation. As I said that there is a limited space when you write your advertisement, but this doesn't mean that the presentation shouldn't be good and the word and the content should be clustered. This doesn't mean that. It should be neat and clean with good presentation. Now the marking scheme for this question is, in all it carries 4 marks, but you are given 1 mark for your format, that is for drawing a box and for writing the heading and following and writing the content from the next line itself. You give the heading in the center just like this, and then you start your advertisement in the next line itself from the left side, obviously. So there is 1 mark for your content, there are 2 marks, there is 1 mark for your format, and there are obviously 2 marks for your content, the type of content that you write. Is it making sense or not? Is it satisfying all what the question asks? This carries 2 marks for you. And then 1 mark is for your expression. How do you express the details, how you give the details, how well have you expressed all what the question asks. So this is the marking scheme of the advertisement question. Hope I'm clear.